in this matter?
Yes.
How are you currently employed?
I'm a sales manager for Kuhn Hair Cosmetics.
Okay. And previous to that, did you work for Wella?
Yes.
Okay. Did you become a sales rep at some point in time for Wella?
Yes.
And prior to that, did you work as a hairdresser and a salon owner in Canada?
Yes.
Did you know Fabio Sementilli?
Yes.
How did you know Fabio?
I knew him through the show circuit, the hair show circuit. Him and his sister were very big hairstylists out there, award-winning hairstylists.
From Canada?
From Canada, yep. And I always followed Fabio and his sister, Morella. And then I started working with Wella and started working with Fabio. And I was introduced to him.
Okay. So you had heard of them and followed them before you actually knew him?
Yes.
Okay. And did you and Fabio become very close?
Yes.
Okay. And through your relationship with Fabio, did you meet the entire family?
Yes.
Did you know his wife?
Yes.
Do you see her here in court today?
Yes.
Can you identify her, please?
She's here in the blue blazer.
Indicating the defendant.
Thank you. Before Fabio moved to the United States, did you attend a party or a gathering, basically like a goodbye party for him in Canada?
Yes.
And at that party, did you have any conversations with his wife, Monica?
Objection, Vegas to time.
Overruled.
Yes.
And did the defendant tell you why she had been convinced to move to the United States?
Yes.
What did she say about that?
She was happy with her life in Canada, but she was helping Fabio move on. She didn't want to go, but Ruben Carranza, which was Fabio's or the CEO of the company or general manager of the company, had a meeting with her and Fabio and convinced her to come on board. They were going to pay for their move. They were going to pay for their travel. They were going to help Fabio out in every single way they could, between car loans and helping with rent and all those wonderful things.
Okay. Did she also mention anything about life insurance or benefits?
Yes. She was also concerned about benefits and life insurance because in Canada we have subsidized healthcare or healthcare in general, but Ruben had convinced her that there was going to be benefits, full healthcare taken care of, everything was going to be taken care of for them.
And did she specifically mention to you that the life insurance and the benefits were something that convinced her to move to the United States?
Yes.
Overruled.
Yes, she was convinced. The life insurance and the benefits were great. The salary was not that great, but the life insurance and the benefits were really good.
So she told you, although the salary wasn't great,
Yes.
those other benefits, like the life insurance,
Yes.
were great. Okay.
Yes.
And was Fabio someone that you looked to for guidance and training and teaching and things of that nature since he was older than you?
Objection, relevant.
Sustained.
Did Fabio, at some point in time, once he moved to the United States, make you the regional education manager
Yes.
for Wella?
For within the Wella company, I was working with Cadis.
Okay. But it was under the
Yes.
auspices of Wella, yes?
Yes, definitely, yes.
And did you, in that position, travel with Fabio several times?
Yes, many times.
Both inside the United States and outside?
Yes.
And did you even share a room on certain occasions?
Yes, many times, yes.
Okay. And did he ever talk to you about anything that he collected?
Yeah, well, he was collecting different things. Like he liked to gamble a little bit, very minor, and we got on the discussion of investing in gold, gold coins, different things like that. I think that was particular. We had that conversation in Orlando.
While you were traveling on one of these business trips?
Yes.
And did he tell you during your travel about the gold coin that he would collect?
Yeah, he would purchase it. I was interested in what he was saying because I've never purchased any gold coins. I don't know if it was a U.S. thing or whatever it was, but
That's overruled.
Go ahead.
okay. So I was interested. So he let me know that he would purchase some gold coins. He even told me that you can get them at Costco.
Okay. And did he tell you that he would often use any extra money that he had to invest in gold coins?
Yeah, whatever kind of extra money that he had kind of left over, he would put aside. And Fabio was a guy who always likes, he was a keep the money in the safe type of guy. And
did he tell you that he used to keep his gold coins in a safe?
not particularly the gold coins in a safe, but he used to keep all his valuables in a safe. He didn't trust the bank.
Okay. Once Fabio moved to the United States, did you keep in contact with him on a regular basis?
Yeah, most of the time it was on a weekly basis. Sometimes when he was really busy, sometimes it would be on a bi-weekly or sometimes a monthly basis.
Did you come to the United States from Canada on several occasions to see him or for business?
Not to see him in particular, but for business, yes.
And that business meant that you would be seeing him, correct?
Always, yes.
And did you visit him at his home in Woodland Hills?
Yes.
And had you had dinner there on
Yeah.
occasion?
Yes.
And did you go house hunting with him as well?
Yeah, we went when he was first moving to the U.S. and he was transitioning. I was here at a 20th anniversary.
I'm going to object as non-responsive and relevant.
It'd be staying as non-responsive. It's overruled as irrelevant.
You went
I-
house hunting together?
Yeah, we went house hunting. We went to go look at different places before Monica and the family came down, and we went to go look at several different houses and different places. Yeah.
And once he purchased a house in Woodland Hills on Queen Victoria, when you would come to the house, was there a particular location where the two of you would sit and talk about business or meet?
Yeah, in the backyard.
On the covered patio area?
Yes.
And did you follow through the business Fabio's social media videos that he would post from that location on a regular basis?
Yes.
Training videos and things of that nature?
I don't know if they were training videos. They were awareness on what was happening within Wella, with industry, and of course his motivational quotes.
When was the last time that you saw Fabio prior to his murder?
It was June of 2016, I believe.
Okay. And were you in town that week for a training?
Yes.
And did you take a cab to the home on Queen Victoria to see Fabio?
Yes.
And did you come with another coworker?
No. I came in the cab alone. She
Okay.
she came afterwards.
Okay. So she came separately from you to the location, to the residence.
Yes.
And when you got to the home, did Fabio let you in?
Yes.
Showing you what's been previously marked as People's 9. This one's page 8. Is this the residence that you came to in June of 2016?
Yes.
And when Fabio let you in, did he, was Monica home at that time?
No, not at that time. No.
Did she come to the home shortly after you arrived?
Yes.
And did you and Fabio and the defendant have a conversation inside the home?
Yes.
Where was that?
And the kitchen.
Okay. And did Fabio say anything to you that about that particular day?
Yeah. I didn't see him that day at the office, and he was at some show or some event, some OPI event in, I don't know where, but it was somewhere in Los Angeles.
Maybe Universal City?
Could be, yeah.
Okay. And what, if anything, did he tell you when you came into the kitchen and you guys were talking?
I was making fun of him
Why were you making fun of him?
because he's Fabio was a big shot now, and just poking fun at him. And then when he asked me to come to the home, he said, "Let me know so I can open up the gates." And I'm like, "Oh, big shot has gates," and just joking around. And when I came in, I noticed there was a monitor on the kitchen counter,
Yes.
and there was all video cameras everywhere. And I'm like, "Oh, you have all these video cameras, you know?" And he had said to me, "That's not me. I didn't do that." And he said, "That's all Monica. That's all Mo."
Mo. That's
Yes.
how he referred to
That's all Mo. And I looked at her. I'm like, "Oh," and she says, "Yeah. Well, you can never be too safe. This is not Woodbridge."
Woodbridge is the area where you all lived in Canada.
Yes.
Did he tell you that he had come home to this?
Yes. He said, "I came home to this. This is all Mo."
Showing you People's 7, previously marked. It has a 29 in the lower left corner. Is this the monitor that you were talking about? That
Yes.
You made fun of him about?
Yes. Yes.
Same thing we see in Exhibit 129, number 17. Yes?
Yes.
The monitor on
Yes.
the counter?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a Instagram post from June 28th, 2016. May it be marked as People's 198?
Yes.
Showing you People's 198. Did you follow Fabio's Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. And FobStyle67, was that his account?
Yes.
And the date here, June 28th of 2016. My wife and daughters don't know it yet, but Big Daddy is bringing home a few treats from OPI. Is that the kind of thing that Fabio would post on his Instagram account?
Objection, relevant.
So overruled.
Yes, he would always post things. He was very. He wanted his family always involved in everything he did. He felt that his success was only attributed to his family.
And so, does that give you a timeline in terms of the date when you talked about Fabio being at an event in Universal City for OPI, the date that you came to the home being June 28th of 2016?
Yes.
So, when he told you that he came home to this monitor, that Monica had had it installed while he was at this OPI event, her response was, "You can never be too safe. This isn't Woodbridge."
Correct.
did you and the defendant often talk, and Fabio, about money and business and things of that nature when you would come to the home? Or when you would see him at events?
Oh, when we see him at events, we wouldn't talk about that when he came to the home, but at events, yes, we've had those conversations.
And did the defendant tell you prior to Fabio's murder that she was the one that handled the family's finances?
Yes.
Was that something that she had told you on many occasions?
Yes.
And did she tell you why it was that she was the one who handled the finances for the family?
Because Fabio couldn't do anything on his own.
Now, as part of Wella, did you travel with Fabio and Monica along with your wife on occasion?
On 2 occasions, we had the opportunity to travel to Hawaii, both Maui and Kona. I believe in 2010 it was Maui, in 2011 it was Kona, and we had the opportunity to travel together, yes.
Could that have been 2011 to Maui in 2012?
Yeah, well, 2011 to 2012.
And did you and your wife have lunch and conversation with Fabio and the defendant on these trips?
Yes.
Okay. And was there a day where you and your wife spoke to Fabio and Monica about how they met?
Yes.
And did you all talk about how they had met at Fabio's salon in Canada?
Yeah, we talked about how they met at Fabio's salon, and
And was there discussion about P&G and some of the new benefits that were being offered on one of these trips?
Yeah, we had a discussion about. I asked him, like, I mean, how are things going, and Monica had piped in. She goes, things are. I miss home, and but I'm here for Fabio, and I'm like, oh, things must be good. And she says, well, they help us with the rent, they help us with all these different things. It's definitely not the salary. It's the benefits. They mentioned stock options, but they weren't great. But the more time he had, they would get better, and all the different benefits that they were getting when it came to health benefits and bonuses. But she did complain about the salary. It's not the salary that's keeping us here at all. Definitely not the salary.
In addition to the stock options and the health benefits and the bonuses, did she also say anything about life insurance?
Yes, she did mention the life insurance, and she had mentioned, yeah, it's not the salaries keeping us here. He's worth more dead to me than alive. And Fabio was like, I'm worth more dead to her than alive. And then we all kind of laughed about it. It was a funny joke.
And did she specifically talk about the life insurance being very good?
Yes.
Did the 4 of you also discuss the profit sharing plan?
Yes, we did discuss the profit sharing plan, and Monica said that was very good, and Fabio had said it too. And Fabio had asked me if I was taking advantage of it, and at the time I did not take advantage of it. And I think there was a timeline. Well, Monica had mentioned the timeline. She said you have to take advantage of it before a certain timeline, and I never did end up taking advantage of it. So.
Did Fabio say anything about the paperwork when you said there was a timeline, what he did with the paperwork for the stock options and the profit sharing and things of that nature, life insurance?
Yeah, he did. He had meant. I had asked him about. Oh no! So I had asked him about what is the timeline, and he's like, "Ask Monica because I don't know. She does all the paperwork."
And did Bob tell you that anything that was financial related he put through her, or he gave to her to handle?
If Fabio didn't handle anything on his own, he always had it. He always had his wife do everything because he was too busy to do things on his own. Maybe he was a little lazy, but his wife would do pretty much everything for him when it.
Foundation, speculation.
Assistant.
Is that what not only Fabio told you, but the defendant told you herself on many occasions?
Yes.
She also tell you that she used to take care of the books or the finances in Canada when they opened Salon Fabio?
Objection, lady.
So I handle all the finance at my home when we were having that conversation, and Fabio had said, Monica's always done the work. She's college professor. She works at Humber College, and she's smart. So I always left it to her.
And that was when she was teaching salon management type classes at Humber College?
Yes.
Did the defendant ever tell you the amount of life insurance?
Not a dollar amount, but she had mentioned I don't know how serious it was, but she saw it's millions. I don't know if that was serious or a joke. I don't know.
And that was something that the four of you would talk about together.
We talked about, yes.